Do you want to pretend to announce the start again now that we're recording?
Yeah, because it's totally noon, exactly noon. Everybody, there's no way to prove otherwise. So this is the kickoff for Pi Day 15.
Cheers.
I'm very scared. I'm so very scared.
It's gonna be okay, Mike.
You'll make it, Michael. It's okay.
Okay, well, okay, here's the deal. Like, I don't feel like eating sweets, but now that I know that like deep dish pizza was like on the list of approved things, I'm like, ah, should have did that instead.
I'm gonna say you're probably better off doing sweets because I did a deep dish pizza last year and almost couldn't make it. Like it was hefty.
Oh, that's completely disagree. I think pizza is much easier than like an apple pie.
Yeah, like I can down a pizza in like 10 minutes. Also,
that's what I thought too.
Zoom channel. So wait, are we doing this or are we doing the Zoom channel?
We are supposed to be doing this. IT asked that we not do the Zoom.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
They're concerned about Zoom's security.
Yeah, Zoom has shit security.
Oh.
Okay.
We're also not streaming this because everybody's work computer is a home computer. So, or the other way around. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take.
But we
pictures.
are recording it, and they might put the recording up if they're probably going to take a look at it and see that there's no reason not to, and might put it up.
So
I am here for oral support, so good job, everybody. Keep it going.
As a late entrant, Shanna has decided to participate in an exhibition match against a strawberry rhubarb pie.
Oh.
She's not putting any honor on the line because, let's be honest, she's going to be sleeping for most of the afternoon. But she's going to try.
Well, I feel like this is a lot. This is. I have regrets.
Yeah,
but it'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Sweet pie is not the
regrets
way to
go. right in the first 5 minutes, already regretting it.
Yeah, well, half is the easiest too.
So I expected it to be like more gelatinous, but no, this is like strawberry. This is like an armada of strawberries.
The problem with any fruit pie is that it's just so much sugar. It's like a pound of sugar, and it's too much. Like you'll have a stomachache by the end of the day.
Oh, that's why I made my own.
Yeah.
With that dusting of powdered sugar. But the heavy cream is going to be killer, and it's basically 2 cans of peaches.
Yeah, that's a problem. that's why I'm doing pumpkin pie this year, because pumpkin pie's dense, but at least it's not sweet.
Thank you.
For people who've done shepherd's pie, is that a good option or is that also too dense?
Did one last year. Was the easiest one I've ever done.
Yeah,
Nice.
I could pack that away.
So here's my homemade apple pie that made.
Oh my God, you're so talented, Ray.
Oh no, that was a girlfriend that did all that. I chopped up apples.
Michael shaking his head in disapproval.
Like here I am, just like hyping you up, and you're like, "Oh no, I didn't do it. That was."
No, I'm not taking credit for that. What am I, a jerk?
Yeah. I hit the wall. I gotta stop for a while.
God, dude, that's so gross. He's hit the wall. It's too dangerous.
Hit the wall.
7 minutes is pretty quick for a wall there, Robert.
Because he's gonna.
Yeah, well, I ate almost half of it already, so. I didn't have anything for breakfast except a cup of coffee, so I was like ravenous. Oh, I was feeling optimistic about a quarter way through, but then I'm like, oh.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
It usually takes me until about 5 o'clock every year.
Yeah, I finished mine at like 6:30 last year. It was close. It was the crust, man. The crust really almost got me.
The first year that I did this, second year I did a store-bought apple pie for the second time in a row because I'm a complete moron. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, all I was trying to do was just eat the apples out of the middle of the thing. It's like, if I can get done with all of the fruit, I should be able to finish the crust by the end of it. Like, just get rid of all of this sweet garbage.
That's a trap. You don't want to leave yourself with just crust, though. Because just crust does not go down very nicely for extended periods of time.
You got to do the eating competition strat and get a glass of water and just like
Oh yeah.
turn it into mush.
Maybe we'll grab a glass of juice. That'll help. More fruit on fruit.
Fruit on fruit violence.
I usually just drink pop while I do this.
Did you say pop?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I can say pop. I'm allowed
Yeah,
to do that.
we're allowed.
That's a very Midwestern term.
This is the first time that I've heard it like unironically since I moved up here.
Oh no, I grew up saying that when I grew up in Ohio. Then I moved east and west and everyone called it soda, and I had to adjust. Sick of a soda though.
Just say sody pop every time.
Like I've said soda and I've said Coke, but I'm like this is the first time I've heard pop unironically.
No. Anyone that calls all like soda Coke, you're wrong. You're dead wrong.
Yeah, Coke is the one that makes no sense because you gotta like. There's no way that plays out non-ridiculously, right?
Yeah.
Can I have a Coke? Yeah. What kind of Coke would you like? Coke.
No,
It's
so I had a
ridiculous.
friend from Alabama that
that
explained it
sentence
to me.
is
He's like, you go to a restaurant and you want a Fanta, and you're like, can I have a Coke? Cool, what kind? Orange Coke. Gotcha.
Right.
And they bring you the Fanta. You're like, what sort of weird world is this?
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of makes
If the follow-up answer is Coke, or if it's not, it's a stupid conversation you just had either way.
For the record, because it's recording, Dave and I are going to break up right now.
Huh?
She's a Coke person, isn't she?
Well, yeah, she's from
Coke country.
She's
Yeah.
from Western
She's from
Kentucky.
Coke country.
It's Coke down there. You guys want a Coke? Yeah, like I'm the weird one. Like I grew up in southwestern Ohio, northern Kentucky, and I call everything soda, which is super strange because like the Kentucky side of the river calls everything Coke, and the like Ohio side of the river calls everything like pop, and I'm like, what the hell? Actually, the one weird thing about Cincinnati in terms of whatever is that we call everything soft drinks, which is super strange.
Like you formally like soft drink?
Yeah, would you like a soft drink?
That is
I could get behind that.
Yeah, sure. What would you like? I'll have a Coke.
That is weird, but it's logical.
It's
less
and
weird
so I
than
can't
I'll have
blame it.
It's at
Coke
least
is
as not
illogical.
crazy as the conversation that happens like this every time you go to a restaurant or whatever. It's like, would you like a Coke? Yes. What kind? Coke. Is Pepsi okay? No.
Right.
I'll have a Sprite. Is 7-Up okay? No. I'll have it. We don't have that.
The
Go
longer
fuck
the
yourself.
conversation gets, the stupider it is.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
So Michael,
is
you
Dr.
end up.
Pepper Dr. Coke?
What's that?
Nothing. Never mind. It was a dumb comment.
Well, there's other places where everything is referred to as Dr. Pepper in the same way. Why is Robert attacking us?
I moved my laptop around and it seemed like my lens was all smudged on my
Dave,
camera.
what are you asking?
Oh, I was just asking what you ended up buying your turnips for.
Oh, 98.
All right.
The homeboy just down some whipped cream in his mouth. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's what are you talking about?
It's the
That's
end of the
best.
bottle. The bottle's empty.
Stop it!
He's getting cocky over here. He's getting cocky.
That's the best. My cat will eat whipped cream too.
Anyways, I'm sorry. I interrupted an important turnip conversation.
I
we're
bought
just-
my turnips at 98, but I need to see what prices I've got.
I bought mine at 100.
Mine were shitty, 108.
I thought you
Last
guys were
week
talking about
was
real turnips
110.
for a second, and I got
Just
real
some
confused.
crazy Animal Crossing shit that nobody cares about.
Well,
Excuse me,
seems
two
like at
people
least
care.
3 people care. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
what the hell?
Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
I thought they were talking
Should
about
I
real
continue to
turnips.
hold my breath
So
and consume
confused.
the rest of this pie, or should I break?
Get some crust
You're
on that one side, man.
75% there.
He's not 75% there. He's
I
gotta get that
am.
crust.
You have a
there's
lot of
whole lot
crust.
This
Yeah, a
crust
lot of
is
crust.
nothing.
You
Okay,
say that now.
Let me explain. I eat bread. I know about bread. I live this bread life. I don't know if any of you have had Ethiopian food, but in Ethiopian food,
Yep.
you use a tool called injera. It's a spongy sourdoughish bread. And that's what you use to grip all the food. And the servers will always be like, oh, I'm just going to give you a few because it's really filling. And I'm like, no, you need to keep it coming. 5 baskets later of the spongy rolls. And they're like, why are you still eating this? You're going to explode. To which I reply, no, because I'm the bread god.
The bread god.
This is nothing. The bread.
Have you talked to Doug, Michael? He's not a fan of just bread. He thinks it's meaningless. He thinks bread is only a vehicle for other things. Buttered bread is wrong to him.
I have not had this discussion. He clearly does not worship at my church.
Yeah. What is wrong with him? All starches.
I don't know.
Bread, potatoes, like it doesn't matter.
Bread rules.
Yeah.
I could get behind the thought that bread is kind of a carrier tool for like a sandwich. That's the only thing. You're getting the good stuff in between 2 slices of something.
See, I kind of feel that way, but
Is that blasphemy
it
then?
can be a delivery for butter. Like that's a perfectly fine. Someone's got to deliver the butter, right?
It does soak it up nicely.
You all laugh, but he's not wrong.
Not wrong.
You need an excuse to eat the butter.
I don't need an excuse.
Well, it's not an excuse, but just shoveling butter straight into your mouth, it's just a bad look, you know?
Right, it's socially unacceptable to sit down with a tub of butter, but if you have bread to go along with it, no one bats an eye.
Yeah.
That's a
All
weird
right,
image
I
in our
had an
heads.
hour head start. That sounds logical.
I mean, why not? Butter's
I have some
delicious.
Kerrygold butter up in my fridge. I'm very excited.
Butter is 2 of the 4 things that we think are delicious. Like, why wouldn't you eat it?
Lactose intolerance.
Even
Okay.
then, that really doesn't stop
True.
people
I mean,
sometimes.
I think it's worth it.
It's a sign of weakness.
It's a sign of-
Oh God!
The Spartans would have killed you.
Ray, your laugh is fulfilling me.
Because I'm imagining a Spartan throwing a baby off the cliff because they can't handle a little butter.
Oh my God! I just replaced the baby with a stick of butter in my head.
To the pit.
It's a pit filled with
Into the
butter,
pit for
otherwise
not
known as a
being able
cake
to eat
recipe.
butter.
As it falls, it's revealed to be margarine rather than butter.
I am halfway through this apple pie. This was a mistake.
Like, I can't believe it wasn't butter.
Yeah. Yeah, you really messed up.
This was a good idea until I got halfway through it. Like, oh no.
You got another 6.5 hours. You're fine.
If
I
you're
love
gonna
peaches, but I'm taking a break.
if you're gonna do an apple pie, you need to take like whatever they tell you the sugar to add to that pie is and cut it in half.
That would have been a smarter idea in hindsight.
Yeah, it's not that it's too much food; it's that it's too much sugar. Like
It's
I
a-
can't buy this.
I was really concerned yesterday when she was making, and I was like, oh shit, that is a lot of sugar and brown sugar in that bowl. And there's the cinnamon on top of it. Ah, damn it.
I mean, stay hydrated at the very least.
There was one year I've done a straight apple pie. I've also done a cream cheese apple pie.
Oh my
Like a
god.
cheesecake
Oh,
apple
God.
pie.
How
Yeah.
are you not dead?
I also did a straight cheesecake.
Oh,
Why?
Why?
I don't know.
How?
He's got 15 years under his belt here now.
Yeah. Every year I just like as Pie Day
Just
is
up
coming
it.
up, I have like a dream of what kind of pie. Like
You
there's
already-
just this feeling in me that like, oh, this is gonna be a banana cream year. This is gonna be a cheesecake year.
You all
And
merely
I follow
adopted
that.
pie. Dave was born into the
Yeah.
pie.
He has premonitions the week before, like, this is the pie that will be.
Honestly, the hardest one has been like French silk, the Baker Square French silk. It's got like cream cheese frosting on it, and it's like it's taken down several people. It almost killed Lindsay last year, or not last year, a couple years ago. But
I've heard stories of the French silk pie from Abzug.
it's so good. I love it,
That sounds like a horrible idea.
but it's the hardest one. There was also one year that I got a pie from Baker Square as well and it was a Boston cream pie. Sounded good. And you know how a pie box is, where you just have a window on the top, and that's all. And so you look down, and through the window, it looked pretty normal, right? You just saw like chocolate frosting on it. So you're like, all right, cool. And then you get it to Volition. I open it up, and again, everything, you know, your perspective is all just top down. So I put my fork into it and just kind of kept going and kept going. It was like 3 times taller than a regular pie.
Oh, jeez.
And it was really good, and it was like very cakey, so it wasn't as dense as some other pies. So it wasn't a problem, but it was just like so weird how much deeper it was, and there was no way to know going into it.
Have you ever not completed a pie day, Dave?
No.
Wow.
Let's not be ridiculous.
Zero. Just no. No.
Yeah. How dare you even?
No, that suggestion is off the table.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I saw someone on the Google Doc that did say the French silk pie was a horrible idea, and I completely agree.
It's so good though. That's my favorite pie. I just had no access to it this year because Baker Square. We don't have a Baker Square down here anymore. We used to. This started at Baker Square with a French silk pie because I just said, let's just go somewhere that I can get a pie for lunch. That's when Pie Day started. I just said, I want to get a pie for lunch. Let's go to Baker Square. And we go there, and I ordered a French silk pie, and I literally ordered it like saying, can I get a French silk pie, a whole one, and a fork? And they like completely straight face. They're like, yeah, no problem. It was very weird.
They're not asking questions. They know what's about to happen.
They know what you're about.
Yeah, no questions asked. And then the next year, Jeff Belowski was the first person to try to join me, and that's why there's rules, is because he was like, I'm going to do the same thing. And then a bunch of people that are no longer here, Steve Jaros was actually one of them, was like, no, you can't. They're like, you're not going to be able to eat a pie. And he was super confident, so they made all these rules for him.
All right, guys. That's where it all starts from. Enjoy Pie Day.
Bye.
Hey,
Happy
Matt.
birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Enjoy the rest of the day off.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's his birthday.
This crust is shitty. It tastes like sawdust. It was fine when it was drenched in gelatinous fruit.
Did I not warn you, Michael?
Did you eat the strawberry
Go
rhubarb
down
pie?
well. You didn't say that it didn't taste good.
Wait, what kind of pie did you eat, Michael?
Strawberry rhubarb.
Okay,
It's
that's
done. I'm on the last leg.
that is a thick
You're getting
pie to be
deeper
sitting there
into
slamming.
Just having crust.
What?
You're getting deeper into just having crust. You gotta share the love, man.
I'm
he's
confused.
the
Share the
bread
love
again.
with
A
who?
lot of
I'm
milk.
by myself.
You're only gonna have crust left, and the last hour of this is gonna be you force feeding yourself crust.
No, girl, I'm gonna finish this before 1 o'clock.
Okay, but you're still gonna be force feeding yourself dry ass crust.
You're right, and that's shitty. And I expected the crust to be better. I know now better.
Pie crust is not made to be standalone. It's just not made
Bullshit.
for that.
You have not had good pie. I've had some ass pie crust in my time.
I
can't believe we're having this conversation.
I was telling Michael that you have no experience eating entire pies. Where I have and I can tell
That's
you,
fair.
many of them have this same problem.
That's fair. Okay. Let me apologize first for saying such incendiary remarks. But let me then amend what I said. Going back to having good bread.
That Cobra neck, man.
For good pie filling, then you're gonna have a good all-around pie, right? Because in essence, it's a vehicle for butter.
Yeah.
And butter tastes good. Oh my god, that cat is adorable.
What kind?
Just go melt some butter and drizzle it along the crust.
Except he's attacking my other cat mouse.
Yeah, you can always add to your pie. That's allowed. Like some people definitely have come with like whipped cream and stuff and just put a bunch of that on their crust. It's valid.
Get that
I
cat.
feel like
hand.
I feel like whipped cream would make this a whole lot worse.
Oh yeah. Lindsay says the secret is to have something savory like beef jerky or something that you can eat between.
I have
yeah,
salmon jerky.
Yes,
She
salmon
subscribes to
jerky.
that weird like sweet and sour, sweet and savory kind of alternating thing.
I thought that's what like coffee was for, you know?
Yeah. Coffee definitely works.
Coffee is for nothing ever.
Get out of here, Dave.
It is
Coffee
good for
puts me to
nothing.
Sleep.
You
I
should all
drink
just
2
quit
cups
it
every
now.
day at least. Actually, I only had 1.
All right. As proof, I am 1/4 through the 1/4 left of this pie. Except I have, much like Michael, a shitload of crust I have to blast through.
Yep.
I'm almost halfway through mine.
Dude, I never want to do a dish pizza. I just can't imagine eating like 2 pounds of cheese. Like, what is wrong with you people?
You just don't want. You just feel like not going to the bathroom for a week. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
really
And then only going to the bathroom the day it hits.
Just don't do as nutty, because that's all cheese. Pappardelles is all dough, so you can do that, but
Yeah. The bathroom's gonna be rough after this. I know that for sure.
Did I hear somebody say that Giordano's is closed? I have no idea. I live like
yeah,
8
they
feet
are.
from it.
Your
Yeah,
puppy's back.
I was doing Giordano's this year, and it's not going to happen. So Pappardelles instead.
You know.
Yeah, Giordano's really
Gross
didn't last very long.
legs.
It's very sad.
Do you know why?
Location?
I mean, it was like in the food court in the mall. It was in the.
No, it's because Pappardelles forced them out. You know, there can only be one deep dish Chicago style pizza joint.
Giordano's is so
Hey,
much better
Ben,
than Pappardelles.
Can you sound less like you're from Chicago? Like you really threw the accent. There can only be one.
Yeah, no, I agree though, Dave. But like, I grew up on like Giordano, so like, it's impossible for me to not be biased about it. So.
Well, I'm an Eduardo's boy. Man, Eduardo's is so good.
Is Eduardo still open?
They have like 1 or 2 locations still, but they don't have one in Niles anymore. That's the important one.
No, that was the only one I ever went to. They had that like bread, like it was crust, but it was like bread that had just like garlic on it instead of like chips and salsa like you would get. They would give you that. That was like, that was that good shit.
They also had like, you could look in their refrigerators there. They were growing fresh spinach in store and then throwing that on the pizza.
I think that was the first time I ever had spinach on a pizza was there. And now I got it right now. So,
dude,
nice.
A white pie with spinach is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago style stuffed with spinach, very, very good.
That's what I got right now. I don't know why I got my pizza stuffed. It was a little overzealous.
I know.
I was fine. I was fine up until like the last bite. All of a sudden, it just hit me, and I was just like, "Oh no!" So filling.
Yeah.
Last bite, it was just my stomach just got super full all of a sudden. I'm just like, "Oh no, this was a mistake."
It hit your large intestine like all at once.
Dude, I think the funniest deep dish pie day thing was Donald 2 years ago. He got a Giordano's or Pappardelles or something. He ate like 1 slice, like 1/6 of the pie. It was like, I'm out. It's like you didn't even try. You're not even. He threw in the towel after like 20 minutes. He ate like a slice of pie. Is like, yeah, there's no way I'm getting through this. I'm done.
There was a worse one. It was Traff. Traff one year.
I've heard Traff has some shame stories.
So he came in with a lemon meringue pie minus the meringue. It was just the lemon part, right?
Jesus.
So that's not how that pie
Lemon
is built. Kind of like how you don't eat just the crust because the crust is not meant to stand alone. Lemon meringue lemon part is not meant to be consumed by itself. So he comes in, his daughter is going to be born the next day. And so his wife was like, "You better hunker down and make sure you get this stuff done." He eats like maybe half of a piece of pie. And he's like, "I can't. I'm done."
Wow.
Oh my God.
I mean, the freshman run is when you get most eager, right?
Yep. Well, that's what Balowski, man. He like failed like 3 or 4 years in a row, and he kept on choosing these pies that he just couldn't finish. Obviously, like I think he tried like French silk, and there was like a chocolate turtle pie,
Oh my
and
God.
a chocolate peanut butter pie. I know those were some of them that he failed on, and he just kept on doing it. We're like, dude, just do a simple pie. Just get the W and get out of there.
I do feel like I want to try French silk next year, though. Yeah, I like it. It snuck up on me this year. I would have thought more about it, but
You guys are insane. Do you just like choose the richest pie and say, yeah, I'm gonna eat that over the course of a couple hours?
well, I mean, I've done like a Pappardelles a couple times. I did an apple once. I did a blueberry once. It's like, might as well try a final boss run sometime.
The Dark Souls of pies.
Ooh, I might.
Dodge roll.
I might do that with you next year. Next year will be year 5. Like for me, 2 apples, a Shephards, and a pumpkin.
Man, you're already at 5 years?
Yeah, I was here for. This will be November will be 3 as a designer. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Man,
Yeah,
the
congrats.
passage's time is crazy.
Yeah,
Don't
I know.
think about time too much. We're all old now.
Yeah.
This all hit me like a month and a half ago when Evie turned 1. I was like, Jesus, where did the last year go? Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck just happened? But yeah, so yeah, August will be 5 years for me.
Nice.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with Michael now. I'm working on just the crust right now. I'm in the home stretch.
I had to
Ben.
pull out my secret weapon.
Oh God.
What? It's normal.
I'm sorry, what did I miss?
Corey's
did this.
Corey's secret weapon is adding ranch to it.
Oh no, it's just a dipping. I'm just putting it in like a little thing to dip the crust into.
But you have a pizza, right, Corey?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. If you had like an apple pie like Ray,
Oh, yeah,
that might not be
I'm
the
just-
best move.
I have a pumpkin pie. I'm just dumping ranch all over the pumpkin.
I just want to see him like
pie.
take a swig off of it like it's a flask of whiskey.
The lid's on it.
He's using that to help the pizza down. It's a lubricant.
Ugh.
Just take a big bite of pizza and then just wash it down with the ranch.
Y'all are monsters.
I agree.
Monsters.
Takes a hit of that. Tosses it around.
Just start taking shots of ranch.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So
you
this
know what?
is-
You know what? I know why. I assume graham cracker crust is used on all pies.
Oh yeah, that's not true.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Not even a
I
little
love graham cracker crusts. That's what it is. Apologies. I was a bitch.
Yeah. You lose there.
I mean, you don't have to apologize to us. You're the one that has to eat it.
So some pie crust.
bit. Or you can lose honor. There's always that option.
Well,
the
there's
7-hour
still,
time limit is pretty
Yeah,
generous.
you still have 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
This
you got-
this goes until 7, so you have until 7 to finish it and still maintain honor.
I don't understand why anyone ever fails this. Just divide it up into 7 pieces.
And eat 1 per hour.
Yeah. Like if you can finish half the pie at lunchtime, you are golden.
I usually finish about half my pie at lunchtime. I'm a little less than half finished right now.
Yeah.
I take my time. I'll admit though, something that is lost this year because we're not at work. One of the things I love most about Pie Day is going to meetings, cradling
With
a
a
pie.
pie.
Yeah. It's amazing. I love that. And I'm not gonna have it this year.
Ah.
I didn't even think about that aspect of it.
I mean, if you got any more teams meetings later, just make sure it's in frame.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's been so great about this becoming official in a weird way is that now I can just do that and it's cool.
Wait, like, what do you mean official?
Like people joined me. It used to just be me, right? I was just eating a pie because I was eating a pie. There was nothing.
Wait, that's how this started?
Yeah.
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 Wait, has everybody here not heard the oral history of how it started?
No.
Please recant.
Ray, this just started one year. I gave up sweets for Lent, and I eat sweets a lot. And so at the end of Lent, that's why it's the day after Easter, right? At the end of Lent, I was like, well, I just want to go and eat a pie for lunch. So we went to Baker Squares, kind of like a Perkins. So we just went there, and I ordered a French silk pie and a fork, and they gave it to me. And then next year, people were like, "Are you gonna eat a pie again?" I was like, I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but I also don't have a good reason not to. So sure, let's do it. And then Jeff Belowski wanted to join in, and he was talking a big game. So that's where all the rules came from. For if he couldn't finish it, that was the punishment, is losing honor and stuff like that. And he failed. And then the next year it was him, and then Summit Cheth, who used to be our one of our QA managers. And Summit like almost died, man. He passed out in the middle of a meeting because he was so like he had these bloodshot eyes.
Oh my god!
But he finished. He finished at the buzzer, but he finished. And then it just started growing from there. I think James Taylor was the next person that joined us, and he's been doing it. I think he's at like 11 years or something now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe it all started with just an overindulgence after Lent.
Yeah. I just legit wanted to eat a pie for lunch. That was it. There was nothing to it, really.
You say there's nothing to eating a French silk pie until any sane person tells you yes, there is.
But I had gone for 40 days without any sweets at all.
That's rough.
I used to give up things for Lent, and I haven't in a long time. Honestly, the one that the crazy one for me, I gave up caffeine for Lent one time, and it was like the most insane thing. Yeah, there's a dog in the background. Sweet.
Yeah, I'm pointing him out to Lindsay.
Felix.
He always likes to see puppy cam.
Yeah, I gave up caffeine for Lent one time, and it was like all soda,
Yep.
all coffee, all tea, all chocolate, like everything. And it was honestly like the dumbest decision I have ever made for like 3 days. And then I felt like $1 million because it's like Wednesday was terrible, Thursday was terrible, Friday was terrible. And I woke up on Saturday morning. I was like, oh man, this is what it feels like to wake up not being, hungover. I mean, that's really what it feels like, honestly.
Yeah, the entire time, like the most flavorful drink I had was like unsweetened tea. That was it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I'm done.
Disgusting. Wait, are you done? Like for real done, Mike?
Michael,
sorry.
no, you're good. No, I'm done.
Let's see it.
What?
It's gone.
Yep.
It's all gone.
Holy hell.
I have to take a break at this much crust. There's just a little bit left, but I
It's
can nibble
hard.
on this throughout the day.
That tastes like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that the crust is just congealed sugar and flour at this point.
No, it's a crumbly bullshit. That's the problem. It's a crumbly bullshit. If there was more congealed stuff in it, wait, hold up. I'm doing that thing where I'm a butthole again. What does your crust taste like? Because my crust was crumbly bullshit.
So mine tastes like store-bought pie crust, if that combined with apple and cinnamon and lots of sugar. Thank you, honey. And now I have water.
Bless you.
So I have seen people make really buttery, really good pie crusts that are eatable by themselves, and I would like just eat the pie crust by itself. But that was not my pie crust.
That was not.
Mine was like a mix, and it was not the best. But whatever.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I will say this. So, like I said at the beginning, Perkins definitely changed their banana cream pie because I did do one from them a few years back, and it was all good. This one is not nearly as good as that one was. It's very troublesome. But
I would just like to announce that this is the last bite of the first half of my pizza.
Oh no! that went places. Last bite, yeah. First half, oh no.
Yeah, that's the first half.
I'm doing all right on the pizza here. This is a struggle.
I suppose if you don't get like a really dense deep dish pizza, it's probably not bad. Like if you get an all meat deep dish pizza, I think you're trying to die. Yeah, that's just your suicide note right there.
Oh yeah, mine's just pepperoni because I knew if I got anything more, that would be even more of a regret than just getting pizza alone.
So I got giardiniera on this. I got pepperoni. I got spinach.
I mean, can we all agree that giardiniera is fucking gross?
no, we cannot agree on that at all. What are you talking
I
about?
tried to figure out what it was. I saw a picture and I decided not that. But
Alex,
the actual secret to the deep dish pizza, though, is get a lot of extra sauce so you can slather it over that extra crust at the end.
Yes.
Alex, what I want you to do tomorrow is go to Portillo's.
Not gonna happen.
Go to Portillo's, order yourself an Italian beef dipped with hot peppers, and tell me giardiniera is not delicious.
No.
You're
wrong,
limiting
Alex.
Yourself,
Okay,
Alex. You're limiting yourself.
First and foremost, we would have to agree on the fact that Portillo's is any good at all. And we all
Thank
know that's
you.
true.
My guy. Yes. Every year I go to Combo Breaker and all of the friends that I have, like top players, world renowned, they're like, oh, let's go to Portillo's. That place is shitty.
Whoa, what is this blasphemy going on in this chat now? What is this?
Tell me the one component of a Chicago-style dog that I should want to eat, because all of it's shit.
You need all of it together, and also no ketchup. God damn it!
They're all like,
I don't eat ketchup on a hot dog. I'm not 5.
That's fair.
I still do that.
I don't.
No shame. No shame.
Channel.
Hey,
I mean, I
don't.
still
Also
put
not
like
like
chili and
apples. Do
cheese
you
on
not
it.
like sugary cereals? Like, what's the problem with liking things that you were 5?
I don't.
I love sugary cereals. Are you kidding me?
I don't begrudge anybody who wants to put ketchup on their hot dog. That's fine. But a Chicago style hot dog it's beautiful, Alex. It's so there's so much flavors. It's so complex. You would never think a hot dog is complex.
All beef.
See, that's the police. Can y'all hear the police outside of my?
Yeah,
What do you guys
it's
call it?
generally a Vienna dog. Usually, Vienna dog.
Sure.
Boiled. You wanna not grill it. You wanna boil it. It's better.
Of course. How else would you cook a hot dog?
Well, there's a lot of people that
Grilling
don't
it?
know what they're doing.
On the skillet.
Yeah.
And grilling would be the answer to that question.
Who said on the skillet? Who's wrong?
Poppy seed bun, onions, nuclear relish, sport pepper,
Tomatoes, right?
celery salt, tomatoes, pickle. I think that's it, right? Did I miss
That's it.
anything?
Mustard.
I've had mustard on
Yep,
my hot
mustard.
Chicago dog.
Yeah.
Is there
It's
any,
just like it's the
spices
perfect
or
combination of
flavor to it?
ingredients, Alex. What the hell are you
Is there
talking
anything
there.
what, Alex?
There's no like spices or flavor to it. It's just raw ingredients.
Celery salt.
Celery
What?
salt.
Wait, all those
And relish.
ingredients have delicious flavors. What are you talking about?
It's an explosion of flavor.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I don't understand you right now.
Also, the poppy seed bun is flavoring as well.
Question.
You know, you get the little textures of the poppy seeds. It's like it's perfect.
Question.
It's beautiful.
Do we also consider bratwurst in between a bun of bread also a hot dog?
I mean, that's a brat.
I think it's a brat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
some
still
people like to
We've
think they're
gone
the
way
same,
down the
just a
ontology
different-
hole while I was away, huh?
I mean, it's still technically a sausage. It belongs in that family.
Yeah. I don't know why we're all like reminiscing about food right now with like half to a full pie in all of our stomachs.
Halfway.
We're trying to remember a time when food was good.
You guys are all crazy. Like we're one state away, and you can't get anything Cincinnati style here. So.
All right, so I was making fun of my friends for this the other day. I used to live in Ohio from 8 to 24, and what is really like messed up is when I moved out of Ohio, people have decided in Ohio it is called a cuisine to take chocolate-based chili sauce, put that on barely cooked spaghetti, and call that a meal.
All right. First of all, I feel personally attacked. Second of all,
it was an attack. Yes.
Y'all don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I can't say I've ever had proper stuff, but just throwing some chili on spaghetti works for me. I ain't got no problem with that.
No, Skyline chili is like, it's not just chili. It is chili made with cinnamon and chocolate sauce.
That's such a I don't know.
Am I wrong?
To say it's made with chocolate is to say that, you know,
oversimplification at the very least.
Yeah, like cocoa powder unsweetened is part of the sauce. It's not like they dumped a Hershey's bar in fucking chili.
So you can totally, I'll come to Alex's defense here. You can totally cook savory with chocolate, right? Like,
yeah. Anyways,
question: has anybody had good mole? Because a good mole chili is actually really tasty.
That's a good example, right?
What is that?
So
now on the other hand, Skyline chili is nothing like mole.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
It's better,
Yeah,
certainly better than a fucking Chicago style dog. Because
hold on, whoa.
Come on.
Let's not say things will come to regret.
So I'm just dropping the emergency update. Operation Try to Save Pie Day on my end is a success. I've got an emergency pudding pie chilling down in the fridge. So I'll at least have a pie to eat.
You're looking at somebody who ate Skyline chili for lunch 5 days a week for 5 years in a row.
Why would you do that to your digestive system?
Because it's amazing.
It's pretty
How many 500 pounds?
Because I don't eat 3,000 calories worth of chili. I eat a reasonable portion. I'm not an animal.
As we eat whole pies.
Speaking of which, I think I probably am an animal. That made me think of a time in college where I decided, so I had like some cherry pie filling, a can of cherry pie filling in my cupboard.
Oh my god!
And I had a
just
big,
hearing you announce that story made my stomach turn.
one of those big things of SpaghettiOs, and I was like, I wonder which of these is worse for me. And so I look at the nutrition information on it, and the answer was the SpaghettiOs are worse for you than an entire can of pie filling.
Wow, really?
Yes.
That kind of sucks to hear, considering I have 4 cans of SpaghettiOs in my cupboard.
Well, the answer to this whole conundrum was I just ate both of them for dinner.
And there we are. When you started that story, I knew where we were going to end.
What kind of pie filling was it again?
Cherry pie filling.
So you had a can of cherry pie filling?
Yeah, man, it was great.
No.
I had it there because I was like, at the time I was making pies somewhat regularly and cheesecakes and stuff like that, and I love cherry pie filling. It's really good. It's like not really fruit anymore at all, but it's good.
I Okay, now the whole thing about the French silk pie makes sense. Anyone that can pack down a can of cherry filling for a dinner.
Has nobody else eaten like cake frosting out of the tub?
Fuck no. What is wrong with you?
Oh, I've eaten an entire tub of that this year.
There we go.
Ew, straight from the jar.
My daughter had her first birthday in February, and we iced, the like 10 cupcakes that we were making for her birthday celebration, and then the rest of the jar was mine. A spoonful of it a night whenever I wanted it.
Oh
great.
my gosh.
That's right. Treat yourself.
Wow.
Treat yourself.
Someone can have a little cake filling as a treat.
Treat yourself.
All right, I'm out of here, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Later, man.
Bye, Mike.
Sport peppers. What the fuck are sport peppers?
Sport peppers?
They're peppers, but in Under Armour.
They're peppers that do CrossFit.
That's right.
I just imagine someone buying like a custom fit like Under Armour suit that fits into a pepper that fits on a pepper.
Alex, have you ever actually had a Chicago dog?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Like a proper one. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could see them not being for everybody. I've heard many people that have complained about Chicago dogs have never had a Chicago dog, and then they have one and they're like, "Oh no, it's really good."
My big problem with it is the acidity of the vinegar from whatever the relish is, plus the acidity from the tomatoes makes the whole thing like.
Oh,
We
man.
just don't like tomatoes anyway. That's not even fair at that point.
I mean, I get it. It doesn't mean that it's a disgusting combination of flavors.
So you could go to. So when I went to Chicago proper for the first time ever a couple months ago, they have signs on specific Chicago dog restaurants that says, "You can custom order our Chicago dogs, but you have to pay extra if you want us to put ketchup on it." So some places will charge you a premium to mess up their creation with ketchup.
I mean,
I'll have it.
Yeah, there are
minus
legitimately
15.
places
Thank
that
you.
just won't even give it to you too.
Yeah, there's some of those.
what, like if you come and you're like, I want a Chicago dog without sport peppers because I don't know what the fuck that is.
You could do that.
They're like, we're not gonna give it to you.
They'll do that.
Yeah.
What I do is I eat the sport peppers first, and then I eat the rest of the dog. That's my Chicago dog official plan.
I mean, all right.
Okay.
Cincinnati style chili. You can get a 3-way, a 4-way, or a 5-way, or you can get a coney with either mustard or onions. That's it. There are many variations, but it has to contain those ingredients. And the 3-ways are a 3-way is spaghetti, chili, and cheese. A 4-way is everything in a 3-way plus either onions or beans. You can have it either way. And then a 5-way is with both onions and beans. That's it. Those are the only way you can get it, and you can do whatever you want to it at the table. They'll give you mustard or like oyster crackers or whatever. But like you're not going in and you're like, can I get a just spaghetti and chili and beans? Like, no, you need a mountain of cheddar cheese on top of it.
Yeah, they put way too much cheese on it. No. Okay, so I lived in Ohio for 16 years. I've had Skyline chili.
What part of Ohio so I can make fun of it?
Yeah, of course. You can make fun of it anywhere in Ohio. Literally anywhere. No place is safe. Specifically Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
At least close enough.
Sorry. But
if you're in Dayton, you've probably had Geta, right?
I have not had Geta.
What?
David Guetta?
No, not that. Wow.
the breakfast sausage.
Is
No,
he not
I
that
haven't.
either?
There, if you go to the Wikipedia for Geta, I'll read the exact sentence because it's hilarious to me as a Cincinnatian. Commercial distribution. A number of commercial distributors produce and sell Geta in parts of Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana near Cincinnati. Gleer's Geta, established in 1946, produces more than 1 million pounds annually, around 99% of which is consumed in Cincinnati. So they produce 1 million pounds, and less than 10,000 pounds makes it out of the Cincinnati area.
Of sausage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had that.
It's very specifically like an only Cincinnati thing, and it doesn't go like you can't find it in a grocery store more than 10 miles away from like downtown. It's crazy.
I don't understand how food gets so regional. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like before we had Portillo's, well, I guess Nero's was like a halfway decent. They're probably the closest thing we had to a Chicago dog, but they're doing steps wrong, and that just doesn't make any sense, right? We're like 150 miles away, and it's just ingredients. Like there's nothing special. I kind of get not having a proper Chicago style pizza down here because there's like an art form to that, and it's like complicated. A Chicago style hot dog, you're just throwing things on a bun, right? Like you just follow the list.
You're sounding a lot like you're agreeing with Alex now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just
no, I'm not saying
no
it's bad. I'm just saying anybody can do it. Like, why does it not exist? It doesn't make any sense that it's like stuck in Chicagoland. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing for me that's crazy is like anybody that I've ever shown Get It to, like occasionally we would do breakfast in when I was in QA in Ashley's room, like we'd like bring in a hot plate and cook breakfast. And I brought in Geta one time and I cooked it for everybody. They're like, "This is delicious. You should bring it in more." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I don't understand why it never makes it out of Cincinnati, but like it doesn't."
Yeah, it's weird.
It's crazy. It's basically a pork sausage with oats in the sausage, and you like cut slices and then fry them, and then it ends up being like this like crispy, porky sausage patty kind of thing. I don't know. It's delicious.
I'm done. I finished the whole damn pie.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna regret this later.
Yes.
I chopped up these apples. There were 7 apples in that pie.
Oh.
I don't eat 7 apples a day, let alone in 1 hour sitting.
Go update. Everybody, be sure to go update the.
Oh yeah.
Page. You're finished. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Put your honor in there.
Let me do that right now before I forget.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with the 3rd quarter of mine. it's rough.
I'm at about halfway done with mine, but the rest of it will just come throughout the day. I am disappointed in the quality of this pie, though. Not happy.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time that I haven't liked the pie that I made, that I ate for Pie Day, though. So that's not a bad run. 14 out of 15 good pies.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We've had 3 withdrawals. Oh, they're just not participating. I thought they gave up.
Technically, isn't withdrawing giving up?
That's a point. That's a good point.
You can't be shamed if you didn't start.
You never started the race. It's not like you didn't finish.
I thought the official rules said that if you sign up but fail to acquire a pie or otherwise don't start, you've already wagered and lost your honor.
Yeah, you've already put it on the line.
Oh, so once you committed to it, you better come to Pie Day with a pie.
Yep.
That makes sense.
That is fair.
Shanna wanted a strawberry rhubarb pie, but it's like, yeah, I might get one piece of this done. I was like, I don't even know why you're trying to do that.
I did it.
Why is there a comment on my line on this sheet saying first year?
Clearly, you're a noob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There isn't another cell that says first year either. So somebody like just specifically, maybe it's this person from Bradley did it in the wrong. Jim Bove. Just did it in the wrong one. Whatever.
It's got to be.
Ugh.
How's Radar?
I don't know how much I can eat this.
He's doing okay. He did puke for the first time today though. That wasn't great. That's what we woke up to. Honestly, I'm just surprised he hasn't done it before. He's 6 months old.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
That's
okay.
I'm not looking into it all that much. I assume he's fine, but we're about to take him out again and make sure he's doing fine. But Lindsay's freaking out, but that's what she does. So
yeah,
That's my job.
Puppies are meant to puke, and he's never gone number 2 in the house either. I'm pretty grateful for that.
That's pretty good.
That's not a bad run.
How do you pull that off?
I don't know. Just luck, I guess.
that's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother has 2 dogs, and they're like 10 and 12 years old. And they shit in his house all the time.
Yes, they do, because they're old.
Have him participate in Pi Day and see how long that holds.
Yeah. Right. Yesterday we taught Radar to give me 10. You hold up 10, and then he like jumps up on 2 paws and gives you high five, double high fives. It's pretty cute.
That's so cute.
My dog just does a single high five, so
yeah,
about half as cool.
I can go grab him right before we hang up.
Yes.
Have him say hi to everybody real quick. Be right back.
Yes.
Most important Pi Day content.
Of course.
Waiting for the dog, or when the dog actually gets here?
Wait, did Ed participate this year?
I mean, I don't see him in here. Also, he was obligated to after last year's mishap.
What happened last year?
He had to like go on a
Driving
road trip.
back from, yeah, he did. He was driving back from Michigan or something, and he's like, "I'm gonna buy a pie and eat it in the car." And we're like, "Ed, that's a terrible idea."
No!
He's like, "I'll just eat one when I get back," and then he never did.
That's the boy. Hey! This can make you feel better.
Oh yeah!
Oh my
Oh
god!
yeah!
He's big.
Oh,
Yeah.
my pie.
How big's he gonna get?
Can't have my pie, buddy.
Oh, but he wants it.
Oh,
Well, what if
he
it was for
smells it,
puppies?
that's for sure.
He wants to lick one little taste off and ruin your honor for the year.
Yeah.
He seems to be doing fine. All right, I need to take the boy out.
Good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
Have a good Pi Day,
Hey,
everyone.
everybody.
All right. Good luck finishing, everyone.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Bye.